My name is Jimmy T. Jamz. I'm the drummer for Temperamental, Dirgahayu, recording engineer, mixing engineer, studio manager, trader, ting dua, yeah, drummer. It was in a way proud, lucky, appreciative. Sometimes you feel like, oh, my hard work paid off and that, but you start to learn that the requirement is really high. So excited, nervous. First time sessioning, first time I sessioned for big musicals that had many acts on stage. P. Ramlee musical, which was at Esplanade, also like way back. So that playing that with Lisa Hanem on top and Attilia and all these different singers directed by these guys, and music director was Roslan Aziz. So on a working level, you know you can do it, but at the same time, you know the requirement of your time and your talent. There's no more joking lah. You have to play lah. Work is work. How did I become a session musician? I won't say session. I just say I'm like a slut. I don't think I'm more like a slut. So I started slutting out myself as a drummer at the age of 15, maybe. So I started playing drums at a very young age. Started 6, you get to touch the drums, just basic stuff out of luck. And you get into high school, you get into bands, when you're in high school, and then you don't want to hang out. You don't hang out with guys your age, so you hang out because they're lame. So you hang out with people who are like 4 or 5 years your senior. So when I was Form 1, I was hanging out with Form 5s. So Form 5s, they're like, Smashing Pumpkins, Metallica, Nirvana, they're all angry, they're all going grunge. So yeah, you felt like you have something to do with them because you play drums at a very young age. At 15, small things like college kids from college will have battle of the bands. And then they would find out from friends that, oh, there's this drummer in Bangsa that has this, he can play really well, why don't you give him a call and da. So you got a call and it's really funny. I said, okay. They picked me up from school, which I cut school. They picked me up at the bus stop and we head to Lim Kok Weng College. They had a battle of the bands. So played for one band, they won. They did a SP cover, Smashing Pumpkins cover, they won, and that's my first $130 split. So that was kind of first taste of like, oh wow, I can, there's something here at a very young age, but I was still quite exploring then. So yeah, that became something. Then I played for, when I got into music college, syllabus was not really important. Ear training 1, 2, 3 was down the drain. Harmony 1, 2, 3 was my eyes over the pianist's shoulder, because I just wanted to play, So I did get through, dropped out, and then learned a bit of music. While I was in college, I already hooked up with a lot of different musicians aspiring to do not covers, but do originals. Most of them were on their journey to do that, but they knew that they had to do covers first. So we played the circuits, we do stuff. Early names like Noreen Aziz, Attilia, I do Ella, and new bands like Ochintaku. Now I'm in Dirgahayu, and I will forever be in Temperamental. So these are the people where at a very young age I dwell with. They are on a mission to do original music. But I had to session, if you want to say session or work. So to survive and do original music. So I guess that's the first taste, and it just goes from there. Playing with local artists, to getting your name around. People talk about you. Everybody will talk about you, and yeah, you'll get your way around, and your name will make your way around if your head is in the right place and you say the right things. Struggles would be demands. Struggles would be what they demand of you. When you get a session with a very important MD is the respect of your role. You got to know your role. You're not there to pum pam flip or solo. So your requirement on musicianship is really high. It's not about arrangements or this cool arrangement or that cool arrangement. It's about you playing your instrument and doing your role the most. If I'm a drummer, I keep time. If I'm a drummer, I can do start. You can do stuff like that, but is that groove in the same emotion and feel of the song that is written? So that groove can be played in many different emotions. So the requirement would be very high, I feel, because to be the best at that, you are catering to someone else's music. So you yourself have to be very, very in touch emotionally to the producer. So that's what I feel, because everyone can play. What differentiates you getting to play is you actually move the guy who wrote the song, because you did the right part. And not overdoing it. Never do anything over the singer. You get shot. Do I work well with touring musicians and bands? I work well with both. You creature of habit. And very social, but that's the plus point. You got to talk and you got to be involved with both sides. I tour well with bands, but it's just the feel will be different in two sides. One side is you guys are family type siblings traveling together. The other side is a bunch of guys that hired guns, and you guys are going to be on the road for a while. So one, you can be more personal and more crazy and talk whatever you want to talk. The other one, you got to know who is who are you playing with, and what you're gonna talk, and what not to talk. So I guess is how you carry yourself in both. Knowing to differentiate both is, I guess, important. There are more guys that here in Malaysia that tour more than me. You got Martin Ngim, you got Arthur Kam, you got John Thomas, you got Azim Jank Ali, you got Adil, you got everyone. These guys are like touring. So they too know like the requirement is high, but they have a lot of fun. So most definitely. Depending how valid your input is. Generally, wait for them to ask. In a more studio setting, or if you're in your own band, of course, you suggest maybe I want to do this, I want to do that. But in a studio setting, you're sessioning for recording for maybe a producer that wrote this song, and you're in for the session. You're called in for your expertise, yes. If you know what you're doing, then you would know what to do at the song, which part, responsible, clean, play the groove, kind of it's very laid out what you need to know how to do. But at times there are songs where the producers themselves also, we need to fill up something here, so, and then they'll look at you, drummer. That is where at least is a nice opportunity to give your input. Take that opportunity very wisely, because that would your execution will show your maturity. Pros are, you get to set up, you get to experiment your gear, you get to test different snare drums. You don't go in the session once to okay, we're done. No, you sit down, you take that time to get the snare drum. Hey, it's a ballad, why don't we tune this medium low? Hey, maybe it's a steel, no, it's too bitey. Or maybe we do wood, medium tuning, this kind of stuff. You know, you those are the pros, the fun stuff, the recording, the patching, the interest of exploring and not just being a drummer, waiting for your session to be ready, actually getting involved with production, getting involved with where do my lines go, what is a compressor, what does it do, oh, what does the EQ does. Those are all the pros in recording. There's so many pros in recording. You learn so many things in recording. Even though you're recording in your toilet by yourself, you learn so many things with your iPhone 8, 10, whatever, but it's good audio. The limiter is good, right? iPhone. So, yeah, there's so many pros in recording. Cons. It depends on the situation, who you're recording with. If it's someone really good, the con is it ends really fast. You know, it's a good time there. You spend the whole day recording, getting that track at the pro side, and then at the con side, you just boom. Okay, bro, you're done. Then you're like, oh, it's just, you know, those are cons. You wish you had more, and that's where we drive ourselves to get more. Because the kick of getting a good recording, when you know how to record and when you know what you want, you want more. So cons are those. You ends quick. If you work with a bad artist. That don't know what they want. They act like they know what they want, but sometimes they don't know what they want. Next. Any regrets becoming a musician? In the earlier part of my life or younger part, I would say no regrets. YOLO, you know, you only live once, but then, you know, you have this YOLO thing, but then you realize you're not dead yet, and you have next half of your life to live. And changes in life and your country and stuff like that. Regrets, there will never be one regret in music, because whatever regret that I have would be the drive that keeps me in music. You will have regrets in life, choices you make. Tough choices. Sometimes you make it to a certain point, and then there'll be a junction. Both junctions will work well for you, and you pick one, and sometimes it doesn't happen. So the regret is sometimes picking the right turn, and during that turn something turns and it doesn't happen. That's really bad. So in life, yeah, you will have regrets, but you know that this regret is because I have to do my music, because you know you're married to music as a kid. So I don't know, it's the involvement. Yeah, there will be regrets, bad choices. But you got to climb back again. So I guess it's hard. Yeah. What's life without regrets? I think no regrets is overrated. So I get regrets will drive you better to do, and everything has a reason for it. Wow. I might don't take too much from me either, because I'm just like that. You know, I do music, I do drums, I do for the love of it. Some people will say passion is overrated, but no, I would say passion would be something where you know you love doing that. But really decide what you want. You really decide with your heart that you want to do that. Because that thing, day in, day out, you're going to do that day in, day out. There are going to be ups and downs. Nothing is easy. But because of the passion you have for the thing you love doing with your hands, or the way it makes you feel, that groove, or anything you do, that will push you further to be better, over the hump. Don't give up too easily. Look, everything takes 5 years to 6 years to succeed. The guy you watched on YouTube, you know, and you want to be like that guy in 2 weeks, or immediately, I want to learn drums, and I want to be like that. Dude, maybe that guy has been in his room for years just doing that, you know, and you don't know. So there is a lot of hard work, a lot of hard work, and but every difficulty or struggle you go through will make you stronger, and you will mature up to look at the music industry as a playground, and you will know how to run it and do the best for it. Ignore haters. If you want to be the best, there will always be haters, always. If there are haters, I guess you're doing something right. And if you're doing something right and the people hate you, it's normal. Bad people won't have good things to say anyway, so don't let them shake you. You know, and some places, always remember, some places you go, some people may not follow. So you gotta be strong, be positive. Also, admit that you're human. You know, so you will fall, you will climb, you will cry, you will struggle. But you will know, if you chose that thing correctly, whatever troubles you go through, you will always be happy. You know, you trouble for a friend who needs a favor, but it's something you do, and it's for a friend, yeah, you know. You don't feel a loss. You spend your time and strength and stuff like that, but you get the joy out of it. So you know that thing is something you want to do. When you find that something and you hit the first 3 bumps, don't give up. Okay, just try. Belum cuba, belum tahu. Membujur lalu, melintang patah. So, that's my 2 cents.
Okay, Jimmy, thank you so much for inviting us at Bsync.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming by. It's Bsync Productions. And
it's nice to be here. It's so we feel so honored.
Come by more often. Come by more. I need to go to Singapore, hang out. I need katong laksa.
Katong laksa. He likes katong laksa. Okay, so I see you guys in the next episode.
Check it in. Check it out. Check it over.
Alright, see you guys.